In 2001, billions of pennies were struck by the U.S. Mint. Most ended up in wallets, cash registers, and piggy banks. Among them was the Denver-minted Lincoln cent, the 2001 1-cent coin marked with a tiny D beside the date. At first glance, it looked like every other penny, copper-colored, lightweight, and ordinary. But within that sea of common coins, one stood out. This wasn't a special edition or commemorative release. There were no dramatic errors or minting blunders. The 2001 D penny seemed typical, until experts took a closer look. On the obverse, Abraham Lincoln's profile stares resolutely right. Above him, the words, "In God We Trust." To the left, Liberty. To the right, 2001, followed closely by the subtle but essential D mint mark. Flip the coin and the Lincoln Memorial fills the reverse, its columns crisp, the seated statue of Lincoln visible in its core, flanked by United States of America and 1 cent. With over 5 billion minted at Denver alone, there was no shortage of these coins. So why did this one become legendary? The answer lies in a detail collectors obsess over: condition. Most coins fresh from the mint already show signs of wear, small scratches from the machines, faint marks from handling, tiny imperfections that rob them of any chance at a perfect grade. But one 2001 D penny defied that expectation. It emerged unscathed, flawlessly struck, with sharp details and radiant luster. This wasn't just clean, it was nearly perfect. That it would eventually be graded as Mint State 69 red, just 1 point below perfection. For a modern Lincoln cent struck for general circulation, that is nearly unheard of. Grading agencies rarely award MS 69 to coins from massive production runs like the Lincoln cent. With so many coins jostling through machinery and tossed into bags, dings and flaws are the norm. Finding a penny that survives with untouched brilliance is like finding a needle in a field of needles. Here is the twist: this coin became valuable not because of an error, but because it had no flaws at all. Most collectors hunt for double dies, off-centers, or clipped planchets. But sometimes, it's the perfect example of an ordinary coin that captures the market's attention. And that's exactly what happened here. Once submitted for grading and encapsulated in a protective slab, this 2001 D penny began turning heads. Collectors who specialize in Lincoln cents knew just how rare an MS 69 red example truly was. They understood that it wasn't just about having a 2001 D penny, it was about having the 2001 D penny. Word spread quickly in the numismatic world. Online forums buzzed. Coin shows whispered. The auction houses took notice. And when the coin finally hit the bidding floor, things escalated quickly. Collectors competed fiercely. It wasn't just a coin, it was a trophy. The final sale didn't reflect a 1-cent piece but a prized modern rarity. So how did one coin, struck by the billions, rise above the rest? It came down to a perfect storm of conditions: a sharply cut die, a clean planchet, exact strike pressure, flawless surfaces, and likely immediate preservation right after minting. Someone, somewhere, recognized its potential and protected it before it could suffer even the tiniest flaw. That early decision made all the difference, and unlike coins that gain fame from minting mishaps, this one told a different story: perfection born from precision. While many modern collectors chase silver eagles or gold bullion, there's a special place in the hobby for Lincoln cents. They're accessible, historic, and deceptively complex. Variants, strikes, and minute details can change everything. And when a specimen like this surfaces, it reminds the community that even common coins can achieve greatness. Today, the vast majority of 2001 D pennies are scratched, discolored, or worn down by decades of use. But this one? It still gleams, sealed in its slab, untouched by time, admired by collectors, and revered as a symbol of perfection. And now, the question on everyone's mind: what could a perfect 2001 D Lincoln penny, graded MS 69 red, unmatched in condition, possibly be worth? Not 1 cent. Not even $1. This single coin has fetched an astonishing $31,000. Let that sink in. What most people would pass over without a second glance has become a crown jewel in a collector's treasure chest. A penny that defied the odds, not because of what went wrong, but because of what went absolutely right. That it's a powerful reminder: in the world of coin collecting, value is not always about rarity in quantity, but rarity in quality. This 2001 D. Lincoln cent now sits in a private collection, never to be spent, never to be forgotten. It serves as a testament to what's possible when precision meets preservation, and when even the most overlooked piece of pocket change holds the potential to make history. So next time you find a penny in your change, look closely. The next story like this could be resting quietly in your palm. Next rare coin, small in size, but carrying a story that surprises even the most seasoned collectors. The 1991 USA 1-cent coin from Denver, marked with a subtle D beneath the date, seems ordinary. But within this modest copper coin lies a tale of rarity, precision, and an unexpected twist that turned it into something unforgettable. In 1991, the U.S. Mint continued striking coins by the billions. The Denver Mint, known for its high-volume output, played its part efficiently. Most of the coins it produced, including the Lincoln cent, went straight into circulation, destined for everyday transactions. But one coin, among billions, quietly stood out. The Lincoln cent had already been a fixture for decades. First issued in 1909, it featured Abraham Lincoln's right-facing profile. In 1959, the reverse changed from wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial. That familiar design persisted into 1991. The details were standard: "In God We Trust" arching above Lincoln's head, "Liberty" to the left, the date to the right, and the small D mint mark below. On the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial sits centered, framed by United States of America, E pluribus unum, and 1 cent. Billions of 1991 D pennies looked just like that. But among them, a single coin emerged, remarkably flawless. In minting, precision is everything. Dies must be sharp, planchets clean, pressure exact. Any small flaw, dust, grease, worn dies, can create imperfections. Most coins bear minor marks from contact or handling, invisible to many but obvious to collectors. That's why mint state coins, especially those with perfect surfaces and color, are so rare. This 1991 D penny had no visible flaws. None. No scratches, no discoloration, and a shine that reflected its untouched condition. It displayed a deep, original red copper tone, preserved just as it left the die. It wasn't just nice, it was perfect. The coin was submitted for grading and came back with an astonishing MS-70 red grade. That's the absolute top, perfection in the eyes of numismatists. MS-70 red is incredibly rare, especially for coins intended for general use. Most don't survive the journey from mint to cash drawer without blemishes. But this one somehow did. Stick with this, because the impact of that grade changed everything. The Lincoln cent is made of copper-plated zinc, weighs 2.5 grams, and measures 19 millimeters. There was nothing special in its makeup. What made this coin exceptional wasn't what went wrong, but what went flawlessly right. There were no double dies. No off-center strike. No minting error. Just perfection. This penny avoided the usual bruising that happens during distribution. Someone spotted its brilliance early and preserved it. And that decision revealed its true rarity. When it went up for auction, collectors took notice. Lincoln cents are one of the most collected U.S. coins. Devotees chase clean strikes, full detail, deep red color. This coin had all three. It was, by all measures, a once-in-a-generation find. Here is the twist: while rare coins usually earn attention due to visible errors or limited mintages, this one stood out because it was flawless, not flawed. Among over 4.2 billion 1991 D pennies, only this one is known to exist in perfect condition. That fact stunned even experts. No die break. No smudge. No bag marks. Just an untouched coin, sealed in plastic, preserved in time. Its story spread. Articles, forums, and collectors began referencing this unique specimen. Despite attempts to find another, no similar MS-70 red penny from 1991 D has surfaced. Grading companies confirmed the singular status of this example. It stands alone. That uniqueness drives its value. But so does the emotional appeal. The Lincoln cent isn't just a coin, it's a cultural icon. Nearly every American has handled one. It connects generations. Lincoln's face, the memorial, the bold 1 cent, all symbols of continuity. This coin tells two stories, one of perfection under pressure, and another of how an everyday object can become extraordinary. And now, the number, this single, perfectly preserved 1991 D Lincoln cent sold for $84,000. 1 cent, worth nearly the price of a luxury vehicle. All because it managed to do what billions of others couldn't, survive in pristine condition. Its value continues to inspire collectors across the globe. Some now view their pocket change a little differently, hoping to uncover the next hidden gem. Dealers cite this penny as proof that even modern coins can carry massive premiums. Auction houses remember the bidding war as a standout moment in cent collecting history. That value comes from more than rarity. It comes from what the coin represents: impossible odds, careful preservation, and the beauty of precision. While others from 1991 jingle in change jars or lie forgotten in drawers, this one now rests in a display case, admired by collectors who understand just how unlikely its survival truly was. Moments like these remind collectors why they search. Why they look closely at even the most common coins. Because sometimes, one coin among billions defies all expectation, and maybe, just maybe, the next one is still out there. Next up, rare and valuable Lincoln penny. In 1983, amid Cold War tensions and an economy pushing toward recovery, a modest-looking coin quietly rolled off the presses at the Philadelphia Mint. To the average person, it looked like any other Lincoln penny, coppery, light, and stamped with the face of a president long tied to 1 cent pieces. But among this group of ordinary coins, a silent rarity emerged, something unseen, undetected, and eventually highly sought after. This is the 1983 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. No extra designs. No flashy imagery. Yet collectors now consider it the most mysterious and valuable penny of its time. Why? That's what we're here to explore, one layer at a time. Let's start with context. In 1982, the United States moved away from copper-based pennies due to rising metal costs. This introduced a zinc core with a thin copper coating. But 1983 marked the first full year of this change. That year, billions of copper-plated zinc pennies were made. But within that flood, something unusual slipped through. Certain 1983 Lincoln pennies, those with no mint mark, show traits inconsistent with the expected standard. While all should have been struck on the new zinc planchets, a few were instead struck on older bronze planchets, leftovers from before the metal transition. Bronze consisted of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. Visually, both types may appear similar, but their weight tells a different story. The typical 1983 copper-plated zinc penny weighs 2.5 grams. But the rare bronze ones weigh about 3.1 grams. That difference, just 0.6 grams, is enough to alert an experienced eye. It suggests the accidental use of old planchets. Whether by oversight or leftover supply, this anomaly created something remarkable. When news of a 1983 bronze penny first broke, it caught the numismatic community by surprise. A coin that wasn't supposed to exist had appeared. For experts used to uncovering rare finds, this was something entirely new. Holding a 1983 Lincoln penny with no mint mark now poses a question: could this be one of the rare ones? A precise digital scale is the first tool you'll need. If it reads 3.1 grams, you're onto something. But weight alone isn't enough. That's when professional services come in, testing the metal, confirming authenticity, and grading the condition. Organizations like PCGS and NGC have verified only a small number of these rare coins. Their certification validates the coin's status and drives its demand. Each confirmed bronze penny becomes a significant piece of numismatic history. These coins are no longer found in everyday circulation. Their rarity makes them too valuable to remain unnoticed. But sometimes, one reappears, hidden in an old collection, discovered in an estate sale, or resting at the bottom of a dusty drawer. The 1983 Lincoln penny with no mint mark is more than a collectible, it's a modern mystery. A misfit among its peers. A bronze coin in a world that had moved on to zinc. Its story is one of error, survival, and recognition. What makes this coin even more compelling is how long it took for its significance to be understood. The shift in composition during the early 1980s was recorded, yet it took years for collectors to uncover and confirm these oddities. That delay only adds to its allure. Think of it, billions of coins, millions of eyes searching, yet only a handful of these bronze planchet errors ever found. It's like spotting a red leaf in a sea of green ones. A mistake that turned into a marvel. Collectors chase this coin not just for its value, but for what it represents: historical shift, an error that slipped past quality control, and a challenge to find. The missing mint mark may seem small, but it's the thread that unravels the coin's entire hidden story. Now picture this: you weigh a 1983 penny. The number 3.1 flashes on the screen. Suddenly, your casual inspection turns serious. You check the surface, the feel, the strike. It all starts to line up. Then comes the final steps: sending it in for grading, awaiting confirmation, and maybe learning that you've uncovered a true rarity. This coin's power lies in more than just its metal. It lies in the thrill of the chase. The knowledge that the rare can be found among the common. That value can hide in plain sight. This isn't just a penny. It's history you can hold, and now, the moment collectors wait for: the value. One verified 1983 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, confirmed as a bronze planchet error, has reached a sale price of $$95,000. Yes, you heard right, $95,000 for a single penny. A reminder that treasure doesn't always glimmer. Sometimes, it hides in the most familiar form. Before you overlook the next coin in your pocket, take a moment. Check the date. Feel the weight. Because just maybe, you're holding something worth far more than a cent. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the rarest pennies out there, please give this video a thumbs up. Your support helps us bring more amazing coin stories your way. Don't forget to share this with friends who love coins or might own hidden treasures. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on future videos about rare and valuable pennies. We've got plenty more incredible finds coming up. Got questions or your own coin stories? Drop them in the comments. I love hearing from you all. Your insights make this community stronger and more exciting. Thanks for being part of this journey. See you in the next video, and until then, happy hunting. Keep your eyes peeled, your next valuable coin could be just around the corner.